Yes, massive one. Andrew Robinson, your Jamaican brother there, reaching out to all the massive on the African continent. And you're tuning into the Pan African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Joby, from Monday to Friday. Stay tuned. Andrew Robinson, love, respect, and justice for all. Big up, massive.
God, this is the Pan African Bliss Show every Monday to Friday, 12 p.m.
Now man on the baby niko all over. But if I dance from me, I'm super bend over. 8 ball niko dandy, game over. GK Zerikali, me over. Chochi, at the Range Rover. At the BY, mini tomboy. You sing the island, I'm with the trouble. 1990, brother, sing the helicopter for the big star. At age 19, mtani wako bizo walipasha jua mini star. Wade kulifuata na ba mini star. Kisa kodi na chiamini, self-employed na chiajiri. Na sijawaita kwa mama za Naijami. Pesa mimi ukinitaka itabidi umetravel costo hadi Malindi, Mikadini, kule Likoni kisha mikandani nitoe rangi wini dume bana zini jokes ikivyo mkini smoke komando niamini bro kikusho hizo ni hype wana do daddy show nini bana na mtani bado najiamini sana
And you're tuning into Black Fire Radio.
Yes, Wagwan family, karibuni sana. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Good morning, good afternoon. It is exactly 1 minute past 1 p.m. right here in the 254. And of course, welcome to another episode of the Wednesday Lockdown Station with me, your host, Joby. Karibuni sana to everyone with us on TikTok, on the radio station, on Facebook, on both the YouTube channels, and of course, for those who are live with me on Rumble. Those who shall be catching this on a replay on Spotify, Wagwan, we appreciate you for you guys being part of this amazing network about, which is all about building the Black people, solving our own problems as Black people, and that is what we are all about. Shout out to everyone once again on TikTok. I see Water Blessed, Karibu Sana. Thank you so much for being in here with us. Thank you so much for tapping the screen, following us. I also see user 3872. Sasa zingine unasema sasa niko fiti. I hope you're doing amazing as well. Shout out to also Betty. I also see you in the building. Shout out to you, and of course karibuni sana and today's conversation of the Wednesday Lockdown Session. I have not shared videos on the Wednesday Lockdown Session for quite some time, but today we're back at it because the main reason why I switched literally the Pan-African Bliss into the Wednesday Lockdown Session on Wednesday is for us to go through a couple of videos that literally, according to the problems we're facing or what is literally affecting us as Black people, no matter where we are. But on top of it, to just go through the comments of our dear fellow Africans and get to relate to them, hear what they have to say. I have like 2-3 videos I want to share. I'll be sharing about some information that I think I've shared this video before some time back of this white lady and this Nigerian man who they think they have a podcast on YouTube, and they have been discussing about colonization, the problems Africans face, blah blah blah. The last time I checked, I think we discussed on them speaking on how they brought still this almost nearly to the same conversation. Our slavery, we should be grateful for slavery because it literally, helped us in 1, 2, 3 things. We never had 1, 2, 3 things, but the Mzungu came and brought 1, 2, 3 things. But I'm here to decline all that. I'll be going through the comments because this has been shared in one of our platforms right here in the 254. I've not really bumped into the original video of it to see the whole nonsense that they were talking about. And I always question why this Nigerian knows so much, but he still sticks and chooses to be with this coon. I'll just say that. Just cool, just this cool. It's just super crazy. I'll also be sharing a video, or rather 2 videos of what is happening in Congo. The destruction, the displacement of people. We've seen it's getting crazy. As you see other parts of the countries like South Africa, Kenya, Nigeria, supporting what Israel is doing, we're seeing other people are condemning it. But no one is talking about what is happening in DRC, which was my focus of the day on Monday. I talked about it, where DRC Congo is facing a lot of issues, but nobody wants to address this. None of these even presidents have I seen coming forward and addressing what has been going on in the DRC Congo. And not only the DRC, because I spoke about also the Central African Republic. We spoke about also the small Congo. And so far we've seen that this is one actually country that has been divided into 3 parts. And it is all at the same time facing the same situation. But is anyone also talking about how the rivers are being destroyed in the DRC Congo, where even people right now, I think at this point is that they're doing the displacement and literally also ensuring people are not going to survive in terms of even food because they're damaging the rivers. In DRC Congo, we have people complaining in terms of literally men talking about how the rivers are being contaminated with a lot of chemicals that Tesla and other companies are pouring right there in the DRC. So karibuni sana, we'll be talking about that. That is one among, rather 3 among our top discussions of today. So stick tuned till the end of the show. Karibuni sana once again. That was Octopizzo that I began with. And of course, the name of the jam is Sijawai. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. We shall be getting back to the music. And of course, one of my favorite bangers as well. This is by Caterpillar. And of course, featuring the one and only OG, the Calligraph Jones, right here on the Blackout Fire Network radio station. This is the Wednesday Lockdown station. I hope you guys get to enjoy this.
Well, one, this is the Pan-African Police Show every Monday to Friday. Talking like the passion with the steam. I'm vibing with Supreme Gaddafi. I'm Mussolini. What you got tonight? You won't be a nothing. What you redeem? Like Kobe above the rim. Green Reaper, rip off your skin. Keep you clean. Messy Wesley Mark. I'm the marking scheme. I'm on some classics. Body bags, caskets. So grinding you can download 3G people on the web trick.
Shout out to Nazcal. I see you in the building. I hope you're getting paid.
Desmond too.
I've seen nurses are striking literally in every part of Africa. Literally, we've seen this happening. Nurses are always striking because of not being paid. But I hope your nurse name is not your career, because I hope you're really getting paid, baby. But anyway, karibuni sana. This is the Avengers Cypher.
Damn me ratchet, and if I'm on busy, I'm on Zeki, longevity perfect. Mina digging bona house Zeki. Oh yeah, nada impressa. So na bidini apply pressure. But then I get Skoti nyumbani konero na kesha. I like pressure. Nafanya vijana na slap session. Same time bitch one. A bitch with a shy measure. I'm on a high note, cause it's about the time, yo. Pussy niggas get the 5 fingers like a gyno. Some see we're about to come and disconnect your spinal. You capping that you Richie, but we figured that you lying on. Been out the top for a minute, that's such an easy plan. You local rapper style is updated just like a TV stand.
Shout out to Andred in the building.
Cheesy fans, apologies, hope they don't cancel me like the Yeezy brand. Fuck you and your beat maker, manager Pia Tomboy. Karyang de high bring paper, Bobo Klata Jinyonge. Content Taitoshi, to nonsense psychosis. Wakeno mekuwa bossy, wataka kunjeka saitoti. It was all a dream, but I get no sleep. In the goddamn streets, we was in too deep. Drugs, vanity, mama prayed for me. Kasema sipati upepo, nilaba nikae lonely. Sijai panic, shit serious, ikai funny. The brand is elevating, we're changing the dynamics. The fans like it, open and Nikki applying magic. Leonardo flow, let it sink like Titanic. No cap, this is another degree. Nitolewa class 1, nikarukishwa class 3. Now I'm a rapper, kidato ali repeat. Was there no opportunities for niggas like me where I'm from? Tell them what's happening. happening. You niggas is ratting it. When they Mickey Mouse, you looking for clout before on a trap one. Man, I gotta flip this shit. I gotta eat this bit. Stories are kiki, see a lot of lime, sick kitty.
Yes, and my quote of the day today says, once a wise man asked, what is the meaning of life? He replied, life itself has no meaning. Life is an opportunity to create a meaning. That is my quote of the day. I hope you stay positive and motivated, understanding the meaning of life this Wednesday morning, afternoon, whatever the time is on your end. Karibuni sana once again. This is the Wednesday lockdown session. It is exactly 8 minutes past 1 p.m. What's the time on your end? It was the quote of the day that you have for us.
Team in a city where people are bitter with jealousy.
Calligraph Jones featuring Caterpillar.
Cats who started ahead of me.
Karibuni sana once again.
Me, but now you're looking like a parody.
This is the Wednesday lockdown session. Taking it easy.
Inspired the game to a state of perfection. But even today, it amazes me how easy does it. I don't debate on Twitter, but I let them be the judges. Dilikivai tunasosi wote, hakuna nigga tunapiga buff. Kata lichangisha pesa za token, so hata gani miku cheza rap. Please lazima pia au moke, fame na sifa haziko enough. Somebody tell Aliko Dangote, kuna vijana wanajua rap. Unataka bake? Yeah, nasi kidogo.
Reaching out to all the massive on the African continent. And
The Wednesday lockdown session. Karibuni sana once again. This is the Wednesday lockdown session, not the Pan African Bliss. And of course, shout out to also Vonda. Yeah. Why though? Karibu sound kama Honda. But anyway, Karibu sana, nice to see you. Thank you so much for being with us. I also say we have Lady Green. Nice to see you as well. And shout out to also Andrew still here with us. Karibu sana. This is the Wednesday lockdown session. And you're listening to the media of the 21st century, the Black Hot Fire Network. And of course, I'm your host, Joby. Karibuni. As we get started, straight away to what is happening, I want to start with some few news and updates also coming from Uganda. Apparently, we've been discussing whether having Uganda on the board or on the limelight, literally for the past few months, I'd say. And I think we discussed about this. I don't want to literally repeat myself on everything out. We've seen the threats that have come, literally, or rather, that Uganda is facing. We've seen 2 bombs that were retrieved literally from a church. We saw Museveni being sanctioned by the US, that is from the AGOA and all that. Literally a lot of nonsense that has been going on in this country. But the major question is, as much as you've seen all this negative kind of a push, I'd say it, yeah? It's a negative kind of a push of what Uganda is going to be affected with if they don't abide to the rules of the commanders of those who control Africa. Let me just use simple terms that, okay? They're trying to make it look like, all this is effective to Uganda. But why isn't Museveni stepping down if for real Uganda is facing the wrath of the Western nation? That is just my bigger question. We've seen him, of course, say no to the LGBTQ, which is going to lead you to 10 years of imprisonment. And of course, a lot of, you're going to be literally facing a lot of brutality if you have, gotten, practicing the LGBTQ kind of manners. But again, we've also seen Museveni, I think 2 weeks ago, we read of where the US President Joe Biden came forth and sanctioned, rather say that Uganda and 4 other countries, including Niger, Gabon, I can't remember the 4th one, but they were withdrawn from the AGOA. And we questioned, literally, there's been a lot going on, this dragging. But why isn't Museveni stepping down? Why isn't he being attacked literally the way we saw Magufuli being attacked? If he's really against the Western nations? Why is he still standing? Why is he still the president of Uganda? Why isn't he a threat to the rest of the African countries if he's really doing correct? Because that is something we need to question. We've been seeing Museveni. This is something I'm trying to also understand. We've been seeing Museveni denying a lot. But why is he still on the chair? Why is he still on the seat? Is anyone thinking that? But today, to the news we woke up to, actually Uganda, we have an unknown disease, or rather illness, that is surfacing in some literally district of Uganda, which is called Kyotera. They're saying that Uganda health authorities are investigating an identified disease outbreak that has killed at least 12 people in a span of 2 weeks in Koitera district in the central region. Affected patients had rashes on the skin, which kept widening before dying in a matter of days. Some had swollen limbs, and Uganda Ministry of Health has collected fresh skin samples from one of the patients who died at the local general hospital last week, and its findings are yet to be shared with the public. Local district health officials say some patients were seeking treatment from traditional healers instead of going to the health facilities. I mean, and that is what we're getting into, because we have these white people since colonization, since the invasion, let's call it what it is. We were invaded before being colonized. We were invaded. Let me tell you, we have so many shallow videos showcasing the history of Africa. And they won't show the truth because YouTube, of course, is going to take you down. You're looking for the YouTube money. So what you expect? You're not going to go against my rule, and I'm the owner of, I control these apps that you're trying to literally expose me about. What you talking about? Huh? That is what has been happening, literally. I saw again, if you kid can remember Karibu-san, I see you also on TikTok. You say good morning to me. I am good. Hope you're doing amazing. Good afternoon from my end. There's a video we shared from this white man was explaining. I love his explanation personally, getting to understand bit by bit the invasion, which country started. And we saw it was Belgium, settling in the center of Africa. And then the rest followed. He explained so much details that you won't see even most of our dear selves African explaining that much of the truth of African, or rather the history, of which as much as we're not really saying the truth, which is a little bit, he has to use codes because we are on YouTube. It's crazy. It is crazy. But back to this, what is happening in Uganda? They're saying that local district health officials say that some patients were seeking treatment from traditional healers. And I want to ask, didn't we as African people way back used to rely on traditional healers rather than going to the health facilities? We never we never had health facilities. Literally. Where did they come from? Who came with the invention of a health facility if it's not a white man? And that of help, as it literally helped us, especially as Black people, because even up to date with these unknown diseases and the unidentified diseases that we could deal with, at some point, it's being contributed by the same person we've been told to run to, which is the health facilities. I don't know which kind of a disease is this, which is unidentified. The test has been done on one of the patients who died. The findings of the disease are not yet shared to the public, but we having people dying in the Kotera district, central region of Uganda. What is happening? They say it had become difficult to prevent some patients from doing so since the diseases were unknown. Personally, I do actually advise them. It's better you go to the traditional healers, because personally, I think I have a very strong believer of medicines, no matter which type of medicines, and I'm sorry to use that because he's a strong believer of medicines. This is my dad. My dad is a very strong believer of traditional medicines. Trust me. I was even having that conversation just a few minutes ago. Like, he's really a strong believer of traditional medicines. Trust me, majority of the times, I don't think I've not really gone to the hospital so many times. Like, if it was that serious, maybe because of typhoid, because I used to be affected by typhoid a lot when I was young. So that could be, maybe you could find me in hospitals maybe because of typhoid, because I'm not good at finishing my medications and everything. But yo, if there's anything I'd advise these people in Uganda, actually go ahead, seek the traditional healers. Okay? Seek the traditional healers. Go into these health facilities, which one is expensive. You're talking about literally a district. I want to understand if this district, if they even have proper water, proper housing, proper water drainage, proper sanitation in terms of living. What is their breathing health condition? Are they living in the same place like we can see the rest of the African countries facing, like Nigeria? I love giving a fact and like an example of Nigeria. Are these people literally living the right life that they're supposed to be living to literally avoid this kind of unknown illnesses? And if so, if their environment is very well secure, the white man has not gotten there, then baby, good. Actually, don't go to the health facilities. Because we as Black people, and we saw the video of a white man admitting, it has been made on purpose. Medication for Black people to be very expensive because you are supposed to be wiped out. That is the reality. You're supposed to be wiped out. And to top the, literally, there's a say, to top the pain on the injury. If I'm pronouncing it correctly, if I'm saying it correctly, let me now share this. This is what white people believe. This is what they believe. And this is why, again, trust me, why when they come to Africa, they feel so superior because we've given them the superiority. We've given them the chance to literally to keep on believing they were saviors of African people while they were destroyers of the African people's peace. Nobody talks about that.
Colonization came with some positive things as well.
So colonization came with some positive things. If you are on YouTube and you're watching this, I've shared a video of these two people here who I think they're podcasters from YouTube. And of course, this Nigerian, I've spoken about him before. He knows so much to be literally be seated here and being mocked. Because I don't see anything else of this picture or rather the image of trying to, make it go viral outside here. What you talking about? Colonization came with positivity. You're just sitting there as an African person debating. Debating. The lawyer in me. Yeah, shout out to all the amazing Western people from Kenya. But this guy is comfortably seated, relaxed, being debated about his history. Again, he's being mocked, like I said last time. You're accepting the mockery in your face because of YouTube money, because of a white man's fake pay.
Killing of people.
Those are not positive things. You know that they brought medicine that you didn't have before.
At a gunpoint. Isn't that what you're talking about? You can see Uganda health facilities is mad over people going to seek traditional healers because they were not able to. We can't afford. We don't have money to go to health facilities. Black people, let's talk the truth. Let's talk the truth. We literally cannot even be able to feed ourselves. Majority of us are living in a hand-to-mouth situation. Now you talk about a health facility. How many of our family members are detained in Kenyatta Hospital? How many of our family members are detained in Pumwani Hospital? How many of our family members are detained in even these small district hospitals? Because we're talking about corruption as well in it. We discussed about corruption, I think it was on Monday. Yeah. Yesterday I didn't have a show, but we had an amazing show yesterday on TikTok, on the culture show. How many of our family members are detained because we can't afford medical bills? Now you tell me I should not seek a traditional healer. It's for free. I'm not seeing anywhere we're being charged. Personally, I've grown up with, again, traditional medicines. Trust me. If I had stomach issues, my dad had all types of medicines stored up in the house. Like, this guy could get the roots of women who are elderly and aged and could give us medicines that used to work. None of my siblings have attended or even gone to a hospital. And I mean that. Because it's cheap. You don't need to take it like, the way you given these other types of medicines, fake medicines, to help you. Just maybe if it's in liquid form, you need to maybe drink maybe 3 times a day, or maybe, I don't know. Literally, it's just that it has descriptions and everything. You're given everything to follow, but you won't take much time of healing. It's crazy. But let me go to the comments. I see we have Kidlak Wagwan to you too. Karibu Sana. I also see we got Gunman, if I'm pronouncing your Guma. Sorry, it's a lady. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. But I see Keith also says that it depends on the traditional medical system that still exists in Africa after the Europeans. That is true. That is true. Because I'm trying to understand this unknown, because, you know, majority of us, we're also allergic to the majority of Africans, or I'd say Africans, because that is what we're talking about. Majority of us Africans, we're allergic to these medications that were brought up or founded by the white people. Not all of us get to react so good with all types of medications. And what if still us relying on this type of medication is what is bringing up all these issues that we're facing? Having all these unknown diseases, because who's the founder of the medicine? How sure are you, like we saw in Gambia, 78 children died, until to date nobody is held accountable. Now you tell me I need to go to a health facility because it's way safer. I've tried. It's taking away my people. I've tried. So what am I supposed to do? Just sit there and keep on waiting on another medication that you're gonna find and tell me this is better? The other one, sorry, didn't work. Sorry. That is what they say. Sorry. After a very big damage that has already been done, it's a sorry. It's crazy, man. But I also see Keith says, shout out to Savage Valdim. Why do you have a Russian name? Shout out to Nico as well. I see Keith also says that blackout fire. As African people, we are supposed to eat alkaline foods, not acidic foods like the Europeans. That is true. We discussed that also on Monday. We said about how the foods majority of us are taking even right now, it's causing and leading us to a low vibration. People think this is a joke. It's serious. It's very, very serious. Keith also says they didn't bring medicine. Those things are synthetic and not healthy for you, and that's on period. And I also see you saying because the natural medicine from Africa were always the best, and the system is based on profit, not curing you. Exactly. Because like I said, trust me again. I don't know, if only I could just get in touch with my dad again, I could rely on such kind of medicines. But you don't need to take, I don't know, medicines for 10 days. You just drink it for 2 days and then you're okay. You are okay. I also see Kid says, because the oil-based synthetic medicines, Joby created by the Rockefellers. Exactly, just saying that Joby, type in Google who created the modern pharmaceutical industry. Let me check on that. Just a minute. Who created pharmaceutical industry? Okay. They're saying that originating as a pharmacy founded in Darmstadt, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, in 1668. It was in 1827 that Heinrich Emanuel Mach began the transition towards an industrial and scientific concern by manufacturing and selling alkaloids. Yeah. So the people who control the world, basically. But let me continue with this white woman, what she's saying.
But honestly, it probably saved a lot of lives.
Colonization brought medicine.
Yeah.
Africa has always been advanced with medicine.
But we brought some new medicine that
we didn't ask you to, baby. We didn't ask you to. Imagine we never asked you to. We were seated just peacefully. Then you know what? Your ancestors, your great-great-great-grandparents came and settled forcefully in our land. And still even up to date, which we have our freedom fighters, those whose lands were taken away from, and those who are standing for the lands of Africa in general. They're still fighting for it. Because you know what? Your great-great-great-great-grandparents took away our lands. And you're talking about medicine. It was just this year I discovered Africans who were put on a gunpoint to take these medicines you claim. So what are you talking about, lady? What is she talking about? What? This guy just, I don't understand Africans at some point as well. This is disrespectful. This man is being disrespectful. And I'm sorry to say, you Nigerian man, you've been disrespectful. You've been a whole black person understanding your history. You should be very ashamed sitting down because of YouTube money. Understand poverty, but have dignity. There's a difference. Okay? There's a dignity of oneself. We lack dignity as African people. That is just what majority of the people do not even know. You lack dignity among, literally within yourself, to the point you will not be respected no more. Nobody wants to respect you because you lost your dignity. Yeah. Yo. What? What? You just said Africa we were advanced in medicine. We didn't need no medicine from you. But sadly, we don't even know that majority of us right now. That's just the reality. We don't know that. Actually, majority of us don't think that, the traditional medicines are even way better than what we've been given, which is the reality. We disgrace and despise. Because I used to, I'm not going to lie. Every time my dad could buy this, traditional medicines from the Maasai people, I didn't like that shit. I used to like, why you buying this? What? But at the end of the day, I'll heal very quickly more than taking these synthetic medications. I'm going to recover very quickly, that's for sure. Because if you speak about someone who I had a weak immune, I think, when I was young. I really had a very bad immune, like I was weak. I used to be attacked by diseases after diseases. Like I have this, next week I'm sick of this. I could miss school so many times because of diseases. And because I'm taking the wrong description as well. But when I came around my dad, some things kind of calmed down, trust me. Some diseases I literally used to have disappeared. I used to have chest aches all the time. I used to have chest ache. Literally, I could not stay a week, especially during the cold season right now. I don't have a sweater, but I could not stay like this. I'm freaked of cold, that's for a fact, but it's not as bad as it used to be. I used to get chest aches in every rainy season. Job is gonna be sick. But I got introduced to the traditional medicine which my body adapted into, and it made my immune even much stronger. This is crazy what we're hearing.
Imagine how many lives that medicine has saved.
No lives it has saved, yo. What lives? We don't want to get into the VACCINE that they have brought into Africa, that they claim is literally here to help people. Okay, let's talk about polio. Didn't you talk about that on Friday? Oh, and the taste base of these made up the medications, the test of it, if they're working, however poisonous they're gonna be, they're always happening in Africa. That's just the craziest part. Only in Africa. We just saw on Friday 453 children who have been tested by a new VACCINE that has been made in South Africa. Now, what if these 453 children end up dying? Who's going to be held accountable? Who's going to be questioned? Because even up to date in Gabon, the parents, the victims of those who are affected, literally, the parents of the children who are affected, the parents of the children who died. And we saw the US government offering them, I think it was $1,000 for them to split amongst themselves. What are you talking about? Lord. What? Crazy.
Medicine did you bring?
Did you have penicillin?
We've had our ways.
You didn't have penicillin
to cure ourselves.
Well,
we had local herbs which we used to treat ourselves. A lot of those herbs were inspired modern day drugs and medicine.
But we kind of, I guess, advanced that medicine and brought.
They need it, baby, because even the advancement has not helped. Again, I'm saying not everyone even reacts so well with the medicines. I might be having a headache. I'll need Maramoja. Yeah. But if I take the Maramoja, it might be literally effective in my body. I could get a different reaction out of just me seeking cure. If I woke up and maybe I have cramps pain, I need to take APC. But I could literally get a very bad reaction from taking APC while I'm seeking for literally pain relief. So what are you talking about? Do you know how advanced literally the African traditional medicine is? Do you have any idea? I remember this quick fact. I remember there's a time Katie on one of the shows, actually today's show, Wednesday show, the Wellness Wednesday, she shared a video of the different ways, literally natural ways you can use of family planning and all that. But we also have a traditional actually family planning. For those who didn't know, you just drink every single day, I think. I don't know for how long, I can't remember for how long. I remember I was being taught by a very elderly woman. And she educated me. She told me, if literally, Joby, you're going to have to start consuming this, you're going to have to be very careful. Because once you just mess up like this, you're getting pregnant immediately. There's no escape. You're going to be, yes, safe, that's for sure. But it also makes you very fertile as well. It's protecting you, but your body is also very fertile, baby. Very fertile. That's how advanced the African traditional medicine is. We have natural ways of family planning, which you don't take, which is very hard to also find, because not majority of us Africans right now understand these things, not even us women. But it's there for those who didn't know. But very dangerous as well. If you mess up, it's not a P2. I'm not talking about a P2.
Brought it back
You advance
to Africa.
You advance that medicine. We civilized you guys. The Moors, when they came to Spain, in showers. People were dead.
They were smelling. She just said anyhow. She don't want to talk about how they were thinking, family. They don't want to talk about how they were taught how to bathe, dress up, walk upright as well, because they claim Africans were the ones who are not walking upright. Listen, these people. I'm just being careful with what I'm saying as well. But anyway, let me go to the comments, because it's the Wednesday lockdown session. I want to see what people had to say on this video. But before that, I see Keith also on TikTok has something to say. Shout out to also Joe Mosquito. I see you in the building. You're very silent today. Hope you did amazing over there. I hope you're not eating any palm swarms. But anyway, Karibusa, that's a joke. I see kids say that Joby, I think I did, and of course I read that out, and just saying that then type him who created the modern medicine system in all the Rockefeller. Okay, let me see. Excuse me. Let me see. Hypocrites. Nah. Huh? What is Google giving me? Then type who created the modern medicine system. Okay, let me add the system on it, because I don't know what Google is bringing onto me. Okay, so they're saying that abstract, hypocrites, if I'm pronouncing it correct. Abstract Hippocrates is considered to be the father of modern medicine because of his book, which are more than 70. He described in a scientific manner many diseases and their treatment after detailed observation. He lived for about 240,000 years. That is what we have from Google. Hypocrites. Why are they calling them hypocrites? I don't understand that. HIPPO crits. All right. I also see Kid says that how can they help how can they help you when you are the average of living, when your average of living was 160 years and the Europeans this time was 55? It's crazy, man. They talk about that as well. I also see kids say that people are sicker now with their advancements and being unalived all over the world. Exactly. Their advancement, like I'm saying, it had a cause of effect in Ghana, not in Ghana, but Gabon. Sorry. It had a cause of effect, literally. That affected a lot of people, children, in some parts of Nigeria as well. Because I remember when I read the details, I don't know why Nigeria went silent, though. I don't know if they took the money. Because the state of Nigeria, man, it's crazy. So people could have taken the money and just silenced the whole motion. Though the number was not that really big. I think it was just 4 children who were affected. But still, it's a life. Okay. This is crazy. Shout out to user 883. Shout out to Willie. Shout out to Victor. Karibuni sana. I hope you guys are doing great. But that is what is happening. I needed to share that and of course combine the video with the unknown illness that has been identified in Uganda. But I do hope actually the people in this district of Kyotera, which is in the central region of Uganda, I hope they literally, if possible, go seeking actually these traditional healers. The health ministry, let it not advise you on how you should go to the health facilities, which if you don't have money again, because are they going to treat you for free? Let's talk about that. Are they going to treat you
Hold on, Joby. Hold on.
with the amount of corruption we have in Africa? Crazy, man. Karibu sana kid.
Santi Sana. See, that's why it's so dangerous to know what you're looking for. Everything you put up was absolute lies. See how Europeans base lies. They told you hypocritics. The Hippocratical oath. That's a lie. He's not the father of medicine. That's all a lie. Because hypocrites studied in Africa. So that's why you got to know what you're looking for. You got to know real history. Because if you just ask questions, you'll get a European lie. So let's do this real quick. Let's say the guy said the hypocritics go to school in Africa. So he couldn't be the father of medicine because he learned medicine in Africa. See, this is how white people do it. They go to school, learn from us, and say they're the creators of some shit. They'll come to Lake Victoria and say they found it, and people were living there millions of years, and rename the Lake Victoria. Say hypocrites learn.
The hypocrites studied. They studied medicine in Egypt for 7 years.
Yeah.
7 years.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yes, Joby. So he's not the father. So how can you study medicine in Africa? And those are black people, wasn't the people you see today. Back then, 2,040 years ago, that was all Africans. So he studied medicine in Africa, and now he's the father of medicine. See how stupid that sounds? So that's why I want you to always know what they do. And also understand, we're talking about, yes, Joby, this is what they're psychopaths. He can't be the father of medicine. He learned how to do medicine in Africa. You can't be the father of something that you learn from other people from, Joby. You know what? That's why you gotta know exactly what about history. You gotta know they'll lie about everything. They'll make black people white people in their movies. What they do, they steal all your shit and then claim they're the inventors of it.
Trust me, I can't make up a white man's mindset. And so how do you that is funny, for real. That is something I've learned today. I mean, I knew of them coming to Africa. The knowledge they have is because Africans who instilled it in them and they manipulated it. That's one thing I know for sure. But I didn't know about this. That's why I asked who's the hypocrites, because I'm like, for a minute I was confused. Who are the hypocrites again? Who are they calling the hypocrites? Then this is the start for 7 years in Africa. But nobody talks about this. You're not taught about this in school. That is for sure.
Of course
in
not.
other chances, we can see just like the white ladies explaining, they came and brought us medicine, advanced medicine. They want to speak about how they studied in Africa. And what?
Everything they learned. That's the first time. The second time was through the Moors. So we're talking about the modern medical system That's 2000. That's not the modern medical system. What he was learning was actually herbs and shit. So hypocrites was learning how to do herbs and other things from African people. The modern medicinal system, excuse me, that we use today is from John D. Rockefeller. He wanted to
How do you
use
just
oils
come
and
claim
synthetic.
everything? I don't. These people don't have no shame. Like, how do you
No.
just come and claim everything? This is crazy. If you literally look at it in a big angle, yo, what? This is crazy. What?
You're dealing with
I can't
you're
process
dealing
my
with
mind past that.
you're dealing with
I can't.
psychopaths, and you don't. As an African, you don't
really-
understand what it's
God
like.
damn. This is crazy. I feel tears in my eyes, tears of sadness and joy at the same time because I'm laughing. This is just crazy. This is insane. How you just come and claim power like this, and just take control.
You're
And now
dealing
you're
with
the
a
mastermind
psychopath.
behind everything that happens from where you got knowledge, from where you are taught how to wash your poop, clean yourself, and then if you've seen, for those who are with us on YouTube, you've seen the video, the guy just asked him, are you going to talk about where we taught you guys you came in stinking and we had to teach you how to take a shower? She was like, anyway, they don't want to talk about that. She's like, anyway, let's move on to the next topic.
It's not even just that. It's even more than that. Without the African teach them, they would have died out. Without the African, it wasn't just bathing. They had to teach them proper sanitation, proper sanitary. It's not even in Africa no more. They had to come in and build sanitation, build showers, take your clothes, wash your clothes. The Europeans didn't wash his clothes. And not alone washed his ass. So he had a filthy ass with filthy clothes on. So you're talking about that's why they were full of disease. So the ideal that they taught us not be disease is absolutely insane. Put us up, Joby. Say to Google, say during the Dark Ages, the Europeans didn't bathe nor change their clothes. During the Dark Ages, they call it Dark Ages for them, not for us. During the European Dark Ages, they didn't wash their clothes nor their bodies. So they were full of disease and they were dying because they were disease ridden. All these diseases, now when they left Europe, all the diseases came with their ass. But lucky the African's body was strong, it didn't kill us. Everybody else it killed off that came in contact with this European. They died because they were funky, stank. The ass was full of doo-doo and shit.
The idea that medieval, if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Medieval. It's the Dark Ages.
Okay. So the idea that the medieval people never bathed, time to leave that myth in the well.
Now they changed it that they didn't bathe. So now they switching shit up. See, that's how white people do. They know that. I told you, they're now changing all of history. The idea that they didn't bathe. See, so read it. I want to read it. You read it and see
Let
see
me
what
read
it
it. Let
says.
me read it. They're saying that the idea that the medieval people never bathed, it's time to leave the myth in the well, the Dark Ages, and the medieval folks loved a bath. Though it was a little more work than it is today, with the marvels of modern plumbing, laborers who made up most of the population probably used ewers and shallow wash basins. So in general, they're trying to say that
that lies. They didn't bathe. The whole thing is lies. Look this up, Joby. Say the book. Look up on Google. Say the book Dirt. DIRT. So now they're trying to see this with these cycles. They try to rewrite history because everybody knows they stunk and they didn't wash their ass. They say the myth. That's a myth. Everybody knows they didn't wash their funky, nasty ass. And it's a whole book called a book called Dirt. So I used to give this book out to let you understand how the Europeans really lived during the medieval time. Not the lie that Joby just pulled up. They wrote their own history. They know they were dirty. It's a book called Dirt, DIRT. And it would tell you they didn't wash their hair. They used to walk around with shit in their butts. They stunk. Their breath was funky. They didn't brush their teeth. They didn't wash their ass. They didn't change their clothes. That's why Europe was full of diseases. Now they want to rewrite history. The myth that they didn't take baths. They didn't take baths. They didn't change their clothes. They're full of fleas. Now they're going to switch it. They see maggots. Maggot eating. This ain't the book Dirt. D-I-R-T.
Just a minute.
Should pop up. They didn't know. You know what a maggot is, Joby? You know what maggots are? Or it might be called something different after. When you leave out rotten food and the worms come out on it. Maggots. Maybe look it up so you see what it is.
Yeah. Ew.
They used to eat those. They used to eat those. They used to eat those. Eat them.
Amen. That's what I was sharing the other time on Monday. That was what I shared on Monday. Like what Africans are normalizing to eat right now. Ew.
Yeah. See, that's what you were. You was a maggot eater.
Is it supposed to bring me like
just bring you dirt. His name, I forgot his name. Yeah, bring you the name. The book. It is to bring you the birth. It's a book of the Europeans' filthy history. It's called Dirt. How they never washed their ass. How they never bathed. To them now, talking about it's a myth. That's a lie. Many books were written. They know they were filthy. And I used to get this book out called Dirt because when you read that book, you be like, God damn. The level of filth and disgustingness. You're like, oh man, walking around with doodle in their butt, wouldn't wash their ass, everybody smelling like shit and piss. God damn. This is absolutely crazy. Dirt, D-I-R-T. Everybody, what does it say?
I'll check it on my own free time because I'm trying to look in between the links I have.
It should say who wrote the book Dirt, D-I-R-T. Because they're trying to hide everything. That see, now that this civilization, all the lies they've been telling for years now being revealed, then they got to go back in their Google, they own it, and rechange everything. That's a myth that white people didn't wash their ass. When it was a known fact, they didn't wash their ass.
We have different. We have 4 types. We have 5 types. We have writers. We have Maz. We have Tommy Lee. We have Nikki Sixx. We have Vince Nell and Nell Strauss. Yeah, we have 4 writers of the.
It should give you an example. Once it say a study of European history, it should give you like a description of what the book is. Because it could be they could have started removing it. See, now that their real history is being removed, people find out that all the shit they taught black people school all lies. You know, that's a myth that they made. You know, but
I'll check it on my own time. But before we get to
that's a myth that these people made. That's a myth that they didn't wash their ass. Okay, that's a myth. So why were all the diseases in Europe?
It is
because they were filthy.
But anyway, as we move on, or rather as we get closer to winding up, I want to share also the last video among the 2 that I was to share of what is happening in Congo. Still, again, like we discussed on Monday, still no puppets, no president has talked about what is happening in the DRC, not even the Central African Republic, not even the Congo, small Congo itself. Literally these 3 countries, which we know was one country, but it's been split into different regions right now, or small countries, so that they can be able to take and put in their puppets, you know, and take control of everything. But let me share this very quickly of this woman who's explaining of the displacement of the people. And then the last one I'll be sharing is of this man who's complaining about how Tesla, which we know, Tesla gets all the
Literally,
Yeah,
the
listen,
all these
listen,
electrical cars that we've seen
listen.
them being
I
with the
told,
iPhones, with the
listen,
phones, everything.
listen. The electrical car system is a fraud. It will not work. I told you. It takes more energy to create that energy. It's a fraud. And anybody called out Kamlish's dream lover? Always talking about this goddamn fucking Elon Musk moron. Has anybody called him out for what they doing in the Congo? Of course not. The wicked shit, because these motherfuckers are wicked. Stand that he's nothing but a tool of the Rothschild. This old moron. They make all these morons. Oh, they're geniuses, like a Bill Gates a moron. And an Elon Musk is like half retarded. Shit, he's a genius. And black people like Kamlish, I like to be like Elon Musk. I like to be a billionaire and kill people, have their fucking digging shit up, all kind of immoral ass shit. All kind of immoral shit. So understand, family, this electric car shit that you've been taught, you don't know shit, you don't never know shit, especially in Africa. It's a fraud. It's phony. But I told my dumb son don't buy one, and it blew up on his ass. His ass enough almost killed his stupid ass. But hey, sometimes your kids don't listen. But anyway, it's a fraud. Shout out to the Japanese who are calling it out finally. It's a fraud. It don't work. It's over expensive. The batteries are dangerous, and you should never even be using lithium to power no fucking vehicle. It's a fraud. You morons, if you're sitting on a goddamn lithium battery that can blow up on your ass, you a fucking moron. Yeah, this new technology. No, they ain't. Because they already had technology 60, 70 years ago more advanced than this, that the damn same Rockefellers and Rothschilds would kill people to bring it out because it would hurt their financial bottom line. Understand this? So shout out to the Japanese who are going back to hydrogen power, which is fucking free. You can power any car with water. With water. You ain't nobody got to be digging in no mines, killing no children. This shit is free. It works better than the fake electric battery. You're not supposed to know none of this because you're a moron. Oh, look at Elon Musk, this fucking retarded motherfucker that they put in. This motherfucker ain't created shit. Nothing. He's an idiot. Another idiot that they put out in front of you. Never, oh, Elon Musk, they make all these morons the richest people in the world. Out of your fucking mind. Richest people in the world. Richest people in the world that own these banks, that print this money from absolutely nothing. How you gonna be richer than me when I print the money? I print the money, you don't. How you gonna be richer than me? You not. It's a fraud. Elon Musk, this moron, ain't never invented shit. And these goddamn families, boy, that run this planet. Everybody's so fucking stupid and so damn easily fooled by shit. You can't tell when you listen to Elon Musk or Bill Gates that they both got Asperger's. They're fucking functionally retarded. Pull up this, Joby. Pull up. What is Asperger's? I knew when I first seen Bill Gates, this cracker got Asperger's. He's a moron. Pull this up, Joby. Say, what is the definition of Asperger's? They say Asperger's. This you probably had to say it. You probably just have to say it to Google. Asperger's. I don't know how to spell that shit. But I said this motherfucker, and they still ain't diagnosed him. But you know when you're looking at when Bill Gates does certain quirks, the same thing Elon Musk does. These motherfuckers, but Elon Musk admitted, so I got a touch of Asperger's. I knew it. I said that years ago with Bill Gates. They get these retarded, fucking psychopathic crackers, and they give them money, and they put them in positions of power because they're devoid of empathy. You find it Asperger's. You probably got to just ask Google. I don't know how to spell that shit, but just ask Google, Joe. But like you always have to say what? Say what's Asperger's? Say what's the definition of Asperger's?
Okay. What's the definition of Asperger's?
There you go. Now, Elon Musk admitted he had a slight touch of asthma. I knew that Bill Gates had that shit, but he ain't never admitted yet. It's like being a functional retarded
definition of-
motherfucker. Go ahead. Let's see, let me get my phone, Carly. Go that
wait.
shit. Hold on, Jim. I'm about to give me a second. We're gonna look this shit up. So Africans are no shit. Crazy, but you know what you're looking at. You're looking at a moron that tell you he's a genius. Crazy as hell. Bill Gates is a genius. This cracker got Asperger's. I know what I'm looking at. Hold on, give me a second. Hold on, put my other phone. Give me a second. Hold on, give me a second. Asperger's syndrome. Let me see. Oh, shit. My other phone. Shit. Asperger's syndrome. Most people don't know about it, Joe. But it's obscure. But I knew about it because I studied it in college. And I could tell when the motherfucker's behavior. I said, this Bill Gates has got Asperger's. like, what's that? Go look it up. Elon Musk admitted the shit. Let me see.
I want you to share.
What is the definition of Asperger? Here we go. So there your Asperger said. Okay, spell it like this, Joe. Here it is right here. ASPERGER syndrome. SYNDROME. Asperger's syndrome.
The same Asperger's syndrome is the former name of a development disability that affects how people behave, see, and understand the world and interact with others. People with this development disability may have special interests, repetitive behavior, and or overreact to sensory inputs. Okay, that's the definition.
Yeah, if you go, wherever you go deeper, they're fucking psychopaths. If you go, that's why Elon Musk can have people all fucked up in the car. He's a psychopath. They're psychopaths, dude. They're functional psychopaths. And I knew this way before Elon Musk. I was looking at people. I said, this motherfucker's got Asperger's. I know because they do certain characteristics that you would see. Like, this motherfucker's got Asperger's. Elon Musk admitted, I got a slight case of Asperger's. Nah, motherfucker, you got the whole case. You got the whole case. That's why they put your ass up there. What you're talking about is a functional psychopath, Joe. Elon Musk is a functional psychopath. Bill Gates is a functional psychopath. That's why they were picked. That's why the Rockefellers picked Bill Gates, his whole family. That's why the Rothschilds picked Elon Musk, his whole family. All the lies. I come from poor conditions. That's Elon Musk's fake story. Motherfucker, the Rothschilds gave your whole fucking family a diamond and emerald mine in South Africa with your lying ass. I come from humble beginnings. You don't get the hell out of here. So they put another cracker. They gave him all the money. They gave him these companies that he never started, never invented shit. They make him a fake genius like they did bigger. They make him fake geniuses because they own the media. Cats with the small hats. So now they make them fake geniuses and make them billionaires. Bill Gates ain't never invent shit. Elon Musk ain't never invent shit. Nothing. But they were given these companies and positions from the people that actually run this planet. They're front men. That's why he's wicked. Have you seen this wicked ass say, you know what? These kids in the Congo are not supposed to be in digging like this for batteries, for technology that don't even fucking work, that's fucked up. No, he ain't said nothing because he's a psychopath. Like the majority of them. You think if anybody see children in a mind where they can't breathe, you would have some empathy and then some sympathy. You can't because they're psychopaths. That's why they told you, same way they told you that Hippocrates is the father of medicine, and he studied in Africa 7 years to learn medicine. The psychopath. I'm the father. I'm the father of medicine, Joby, even though I studied medicine in Africa. So they got Asperger's.
Crazy. But anyway, family, we're coming to the end. We're coming to the end of today's show. I don't think I'll share that video that I wanted to, since we're running out of time. I'll share it tomorrow on my show.
What was the video about? What was the video about?
Congo and
okay. And I want you to understand. Look at a lot of white people.
That is happening.
I want you to be able to look at people on a clinical level. Don't ever look at what the media tells you. You can tell when people are socially awkward. Like look at a Bill Gates and a damn Elon Musk. Look how when they do interviews, how socially awkward. Bill Gates has got better. I guess because of damn public relations that helped them. The beginning was easy to tell. Oh, you still there, Joby? Did I lose you?
No, I'm still here. I'm still here. Can you see my screen?
Okay. Yeah, I see it. Go ahead. You play it.
Yes. Can you see my screen?
I see it, Joby.
Okay.
No fish here.
No fish here.
Nothing polluted. And
oh yeah, they showed all the rivers. That's what they do in Africa.
All fish.
That's pas these big ass niggas ain't gonna do that.
Laisse rien dans la rivière. Il n'y a même pas de crapaud.
Yeah, so this guy, this guy is saying rather speaking of how Tesla is dumping the radioactive uranium and sulfuric acid in Congo's river and farmlands. We're talking about the displacement of these people, and the worst they can literally even do is still even go and poison the rivers.
And not just that,
about
and not just that, they're destroying the land, but they tell you that they worry about global warming, Joby. They worry about global warming, and that these fucking people are psychopaths. Everything they tell you is a fucking lie. We're about global warming and global changing. It's all a lie. So you'll spend money on some bullshit they create to keep them. They're now coming to an end. Their time is almost up. So now they're trying to grab new scams to give the Africans, who are fucking morons, to keep money coming to them out of Africa. While they pollute and destroy your environment and radioactive, that means that shit is done for at least 1,000+ years. No one would drink, no fish would be nothing in there. And where's Elon Musk at? This psychopathic Asperger ass, backward ass, no good bastard. Where's he at? This motherfucker running around with Aspergers and shit. Where's he at? Oh, he ain't said nothing. No. You got these goofy Negroes talking about Elon Musk. You better stop worshiping motherfuckers who were giving fake money and understand morality and you know, all these, and everybody wants to know, if you're a billionaire on this planet, you are a psychopath. Why you say that? Because it means you've stolen the labor and the intellect of someone else. Because become a billionaire means you must have done corrupt business, stealing of someone's labor to amass that kind of wealth. You understand it? See, they don't want you to know that. There wasn't supposed to be no billionaires in society. That means now the society is so fucking corrupt and psychopathic, now it's eating on itself. Because you can't be a fair moral person and steal someone's labor. That's the definition of being a billionaire. Stealing of one's labor and one's time. Because if I pay Job a certain amount of money, go ahead.
I want to be a billionaire. So will I have to steal from people to become a billionaire? I want to be a billionaire.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Yo,
maybe million, not so bad. Yeah, billionaire. See, that's you understand, time for money, time for debt. If I'm making $20 billion a year, whose labor have I stolen to acquire the wealth? What business practices have I had to put? That's why the working man never gets paid right. That's why people have uprisings, because riots, because they won't pay nobody. Why do you think got so much astronomical wealth and so much astronomical poverty? Because it's the stealing of one's labor that creates these people. The psychopaths.
I believe I believe it's still possible of you being a billionaire if you're doing the right thing. You don't have to be corrupt to literally become a billionaire.
No, it ain't.
person. That's me, my thought.
No, it ain't.
Yeah.
Only time you become a billionaire, maybe if you have a fair exchange that somebody really wants you, you're not stealing their labor. So I don't know what level of industry, maybe music, if somebody buys a bunch of your albums or something. Then you got a middleman. Then you got a bunch.
You should be able to know what you as kids, you should be able to understand right now what can make you a billionaire, especially right now in Africa.
It can make you a millionaire. Not if I want to pay people well, I can't. If I want to give people a little, if I want to be cruel and pay people peanuts, yeah, I can become a billionaire. But my soul, me being a functional human, a functional person in society, an African who has spiritual growth, I know I'm not supposed to goddamn exploit people. So you can become a billionaire in Africa if you exploit people. Of course you can. I choose not to exploit people.
I don't want to exploit nobody, but I'll make me millions of money. You know, before I get to the B club, I'm gonna be on the M's club. You know, I must get to that target. You know, and you don't have.
Why do you need the money? What's the reason for money?
Pardon?
What's the reason for money? Why do you need to be a millionaire?
Why I need to be a billionaire? Why I need to be a millionaire?
Yeah, I want to know why. What's your reason?
I need to create generational wealth, because that is one thing I think we've spoken about in Africa, which we lack. I wanna have assets of land. I wanna have different things running in terms of agriculture. Literally, I want to secure the bag, to secure the generational wealth. That is my purpose for me. I don't want my kids. If I have any, you don't crisis.
You don't want to benefit society around you. You don't want to benefit the people that are around you.
I think I'm kind of selfish, so no. I'll give employment. That's the best way I can do it.
That's benefiting people. Then you are right to become a despot, Joby. You're like every African despot.
I already accepted the name.
You just named yourself as a despot. You selfish about you. You just named yourself as a despot, Joby. You named yourself as a despot.
It's okay. It's okay. Accept the name. It's okay. Let me be an African despot. What?
Then you can't get mad at you can't get mad at African leaders, because you just like them. You're just like the African despot. You don't care about anybody, about you. You just said it. You just called your own self out, Joby.
I'll give employment to people. That's the best way I can literally help.
Now you just figured out what's happening in Africa. You're a despot like the rest of these despots. Now you just figured out. You figure out you base your morality on the suffering of other people. You become wealthy, but you can become wealthy without the suffering of others. See, one way or another. So it doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you get there, right? I'm asking you. Doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you get there, right?
No. It does matter how I get there. For me, on my storyline, I want as much as I get there.
You should have said like this: what are you inventing? What are you doing to make people's lives better? Then you can create wealth.
Employment. I'm not giving you anything more than that. Period.
I get more than that. Now, if everybody's getting employment, don't mean you're not going to exploit your workers. Are you going to exploit them? Because you get somebody employment, I mean it's beneficial to them.
I'm going to pay them.
Right.
Of course, you can't be having people working for you and you're not paying them. You know, you must.
I'm watching you. I don't know, but I'm watching you. I'm watching you, Joe, but you're a whole despot.
It's so cool. It's so cool, man. That is my nickname right now. # the despot.
Yeah, Joby's the despot.
But much love, family.
I got a test to see if you got African Asperger's.
Much love, family. See you guys on the Tubonge show today. We shall be coming back later. That is from 3 p.m. I think we might be a little bit late because of 10 minutes of the next show's time. But much love, Asanteni Sana to everyone who's been on TikTok.
You guys watch out. You guys watch out for Joby. Joby's a whole despot. Joby's a whole damn despot.
Period. And I take the name. Much love, family.
See, that's what happened. That's what happened to Robinson. He didn't know Joby was a despot.
What you doing with $10 for what, nigga? I need money.
See, you need a Joby's been exposed as a despot.
I need money, and I like money.
Much love, family.
If you come to me claiming you got money, you better have money. Don't be acting dumb. You better get the money.
Joby's a whole despot over there.